Hey, welcome to pilot season. I'm your host and showrunner, Ryan Burkett. Pilot season is the only live streaming show where a team of improvisers and a team of actors collaborate on an original sitcom pilot every episode that we know of. Pilot season is brought to you by the Trident Network. Trident Network is a three-pronged entertainment company network featuring podcasts of every genre, videos and web series you can watch places like YouTube, and live streaming shows on Twitch, just like this. Joining me every episode is my friend and the founder of the Trident Network, Val Agnew.
Hi.
Val,
I'm great. I'm so excited. I feel like every time we do this, I feel like we haven't done it in a million years, and I get so pumped.
It is, it's a monthly show, and it feels like it takes forever for like a new month to come around when I'm doing this one. So right now, April feels like a year from now.
Right.
And then it really does sneak up on me. I gotta get my green jacket back out.
Right. Well, and you've got
I have to get out my green jacket.
And you've got a whole other one in like 2 days.
I know, yeah. That's Val. Funny you should mention it. Trident Network has something big right around the corner, right?
We do. We are celebrating our second birthday this Sunday, March 19th, starting at 1 p.m. Central Time, basically all the rest of the afternoon and evening. We're going to be streaming a crossover event of the century. We're going to have shows that you know and love, but featuring hosts from other shows. We're going to have some new segments that were cooked up by fun combinations of our members. We're going to be playing some recorded content like web series that we've aired throughout the year and sketches. And we're going to be premiering a new podcast. So it's going to be a really, really fun time.
That's amazing. When you said shows you know and love, I did just have a moment that I was really relieved that you didn't say shows you know, shows you love. I really, between now and Sunday, I would be worried. So Val, we're getting ready to meet our teams. While we're doing that, will you check in with our audience chat, our Twitch chat, and get us a suggestion for today's episode?
Absolutely.
So in the past, we've gotten suggestions for workplaces, but right now we're on a bit of an arc. We're doing a bit of a limited series of what I call fresh starts. So we're looking tonight for big life events, decisions that made a big change in someone's life, a new job, a new city, what have you. We're open to every suggestion. And while you're doing that, we're going to meet our teams. Like I said, we have a group of improvisers. We're going to be improvising an entire episode of a sitcom pilot. And while that's happening behind the scenes, a team of writers is furiously and hilariously offering punch up and plot twists and lines of dialogue. And writers, this is a fact of our lives. We know this. We're meeting the actors first. Joining us this week, we have, for the first time, Jessica Joy.
Hi.
Jessica, welcome to pilot season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, of course. Jessica, since it's your first time here, kind of an introductory question. What is your favorite sitcom?
Oh gosh.
It can be a classic or something you've been watching recently.
Yeah, it's so basic to say it, but I do love Friends. I do. I think it just hit me right in that 90s spot. It was when I was in high school and then all the way through college. So, but actually I have to say though, Full House, the original, was the one that really got me as a kid and made me see kids on screen and think, oh wait, kids can be actors. I could be an actor.
I could be a twin.
Yeah, if I work hard enough.
And Jessica, follow-up question. This is maybe a good, based on your suggestions. If there's a sitcom that you could live in, a sitcom town, a sitcom neighborhood, a sitcom building.
Well, I mean, it's easy to say Friends because, I mean, their apartments alone, living in New York in what appears to be, like, adjusted for inflation, a large mansion. I would love that.
Yeah, the idea of people who have these like amazing $1 million apartments and then all their furniture is just like quirky and thrifted. Dining room chairs are all different colors because they're barely getting by.
And then they can afford that place because they work in a coffee shop. Ugh.
Sometimes
Yeah, sometimes if they feel like it.
take off their apron and leave whenever they. Just, oh my God, phone's ringing. Also joining us for the first time, we have Clayton Margeson. Clayton,
hey,
welcome to pilot season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Same initial question as Jessica. Your favorite sitcom, classic, current, anything you've been binging?
Oh man, Frasier is way up there. I love Frasier. I go watch David Hyde Pierce do anything. That guy's hilarious.
I need him in more sitcoms. He should be above the title for decades.
Yeah.
Clayton, if you could work any sitcom job, any existing sitcom job, you could work at the company, do the job, which one would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good question. I do like Frasier's radio show seems pretty hilarious. But I think I'd want to be like Gil, the guy who's the food critic. I think I'd want to do that job where you just like go eat at a restaurant, and they say a lot of his meals get comped, and I'm like, what? just to talk about it on the radio? I would do that.
A friend of pilot season, Paula Skaggs, told me recently that she had a job interview to be like a food writer, and the amount of meals that you have to eat every week is like it's beyond double digits. It's like 3 to 6 meals per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
So just keep that.
Yeah.
And then returning to pilot season, we have Devin Henderson.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me back.
Devin, thank you for coming back. Devin, quick question. Who in your life is the most like a sitcom character?
Oh, great. We're going to start off with insults. I do have a friend. Her name is Adriana Chachkovsky. Some people may know her as Age, and she's truly a sitcom energy. She has an infectious and uncontainable positivity that is equal parts inspiring and also like jarring. But I would say her.
All right, and so now let's meet our writers. Joining us for the first time tonight, we have Jaclyn Sorci. Jaclyn, welcome to pilot season.
Thank you so much for having me.
Jaclyn, same question. Favorite sitcom of all time or recently?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with 30 Rock. It's a little cliche that the girl with glasses loves Tina Fey, but I do, and I relate to it heavily.
Awesome. And if you could live in a sitcom town, which town would you pick?
I think I'll go with Stars Hollow, Gilmore Girls. Although I do think I probably would not love everyone in my business, but then I would also secretly love it. So, there's like a little bit of a trade-off. Also just very charming place.
Yeah, that I feel like that's a common response is people want to live in the town, but they don't want to deal with those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want a gazebo or not? Like, great.
Exactly, yeah.
And joining us again for the second time, we have Robin Dafforn. Robin, welcome back.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
So, Robin, same question as Clayton, but I want you to really think about if you did a sitcom job, but you have to do the job, which one would you pick?
Well, now you made me have to do it. I was going to say like Costanza architect, right? Like, but I don't think I can be an architect. Well, I guess I could be, I could definitely do Mr. Chenandler Bong's job in Tulsa. I'm a copywriter myself, so I could do that one.
I didn't want to lead you down a path where you were like Superstore. And I was like, really?
I do love that.
And then joining us again, we have Andy Meholick. Andy, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Andy, this week we are doing a sitcom based on fresh starts on big life events. What in your life has been a real sitcom moment?
Oh my gosh. On I had a full day where I was on a professional photography shoot, and I was hired as the assistant. So my whole job was to just be helpful, right? Like a PA. And in that one day, and this is 100% true, I crashed the van on my way to pick up the rental flight. When I arrived, I was walking across the floor, and out of nowhere did a like Fred Flintstone. I just fell, like my whole body went in the air and I just landed. And then later I was just supposed to open a can of cream with a can opener, and as I like opened it and I put the spoon in, I watched my finger just like razor blade on the and so I essentially should never be a PA.
Yeah, that's a sitcom where I pass out for part of it.
I literally like ran up. I told the other PA, I was like, no one can know about this, and I ran upstairs to their private bathroom and was like looking for band-aids because I didn't want to be a nuisance.
Yeah,
very sitcom energy all day.
got you. Covered in blood.
Yeah, like literally, like.
All right, Val, have we gotten any suggestions from our audience?
We have, and I think I'm going to combine two of them.
All right, yeah, let's hear them.
So, first I'll give the runners up, the ones I did not choose, but that are great. One is someone lost a passport and is stranded permanently in a foreign country. And another one is parents divorced, but it's amicable. But what I'm going to combine is Marcus Day Hooray suggested win the lottery. And then Chris Says Hi suggested lost all their money in a Ponzi scheme. So our story is about someone who won the lottery and then lost all of their winnings in a Ponzi scheme.
That's good.
All right, so let's check in with our actors first. Actors, we want to know just immediately if you're inspired. Are there any characters that you picture in this situation where you see this going? We're going to start with Devin. Who would you like to see in this?
Ooh, that's a really good question. When thinking of somebody who has just won the lottery and then immediately lost all of it, what I am immediately drawn to is if there's a behavior switch in that brief time of being rich that is now like brought back to accountability because now you no longer are rich. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you do still know what you would do if you had money.
yeah. Or like, did you behave a certain way whenever if for that 3 days you were rich or something? That you now have to own up to, or I don't know. But I'm really interested in like what would have happened, sort of what you have to deal with now outside of just was rich and is not.
Yeah. Clayton, same question. Any characters that this inspires for you? Any ideas that it sparks?
You gotta have like that one relative who crawls out of the woodwork as soon as they hear you won the lottery, and even though you lost it all, maybe they stick by you. You know, like, well, I'm here. Like, can I be a roommate still? Yeah, that sort of thing.
They were technically lucky. Like,
yeah, they could easy come, easy go. You know.
Well, Jessica, same question. Any characters you see building in this?
Yeah, I'm thinking of the trophy wife who then married the guy as soon as he won the millions, and then he lost it the next day, but the papers have been signed, and now what do you do? Now she has to figure out, does she actually like him? Or, I mean, no, of course she doesn't. What's she going to do?
Let's go to the writers. We're going to start with Robin. Robin, any situations that you see these like rich for a moment characters get into?
Definitely kind of seeing an ill-advised purchase being delivered post losing all this money. So we've got, 8 jacuzzis in the driveway, not sure where they're going, that kind of thing for sure. Yeah.
Jaclyn, same question. What are you inspired by with this, like so much money and then none?
Yeah, so I definitely want to meet the guy who sold him on the Ponzi scheme. I think that needs to be like a friend or someone close to him that's still in his life and he's kind of dealing with the reality of the situation. I think that could be a lot of fun.
Nice. Andy, same question.
And same response. All I'm thinking, like, who is that person? Are they a genius business person that is directly confronted and they're just pure evil, what's it called, like a monocle? Or is it like a chain smoking woman in a robe with hair curlers who just got you online? Like, I can't wait to see.
Nice. And Andy, do we agree that both of these events happened before our episode starts?
Oh, we're talking like it does, and I think that's exciting. Yes, I think we dive right in with all of that knowledge.
Cool. Robin, what era is this show set in? Is it set in the present day?
Let's set it in the present day. Kind of like the idea, like lottery winnings are getting massive now. They're like $2 billion. So imagine that for 36 hours or whatever, So yeah, present day.
And then Jaclyn, if you're a studio executive, where do you see this show landing? What network? And what we're really getting for is, what is our TV rating? Are we TV MA? Do we have a laugh track?
Yeah. I think this is a, basic cable kind of TBS show is how I see it. And it's, we can go to a little bit of an adult place without that MA rating. So kind of that middle ground.
And I have paid a pretty hefty deposit with the FCC. So if anybody drops any kind of language bombs, you're not truly in trouble. Val, have we also checked on a title?
I have asked 3 times and no one has responded yet. So maybe the cold open will inspire some ideas.
Or if anybody in our groups has an idea, if anybody's been inspired, shout it out.
Losing the lottery.
Ooh.
Alliteration.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Someone said easy come, easy go earlier, which I liked as well.
I like that. Winner,
Easy come,
winner.
already gone.
Good luck.
We're not going to pick this, but what came to my mind was whole Lotto Nothin.
Oh, yes.
Really good. Really good.
Aren't we going to pick that?
I think we do. That is so funny.
I mean, like,
and Lotto is in like a really fancy font, and then everything around it is like
It
decrepit.
falls forward.
Like a broken letter.
Yeah.
opening credits are that like Tumblr thing, and everybody's names are on the balls.
Yes.
that come out of the thing.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, scratcher. Each one's a little different. That's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. People, that thing where if you don't stop touching a truck, you get it.
I always wanted to win one of those.
Or like when you're in a big machine and there's like money flying around.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we have, first up is going to be our cold open. We're just going to set some stakes, maybe see a location, meet a few characters. We'll hit a hard joke, and then we'll bounce right back out to our opening credits. A thing to think about is actors and writers, if this isn't just like Mega Millions or something, if this was special circumstances like we didn't stop touching the truck and we won $1 billion, feel free to drop those details in. If this was a difficult thing to win, let us know the process. Val, are you ready?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're ready for our cold open of whole Lotto Nothin.
Yeah.
So you both can follow me right this way. This is the apartment.
Okay.
I'm the super. I do work 2 jobs, but if you leave a post-it on my door, I'll get to you when I can.
Okay. And how many rooms is it?
It's just this room. It's just the one room.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that is a
But
downgrade.
because it's underground, it's semi temp controlled. It can flood during hurricane season, so but it won't always. You know, there's
Oh, that's pretty good.
Bang!
Okay. Oh, was that a gunshot?
yeah, that could have been a gunshot. I don't know. That could have been a car backfiring. Really? You know, one thing, if I could give a piece of advice, I would say let things be what you would like them to be around here.
Well,
Well.
what my husband Kevin really needs right now is advice, don't you, honey? Because you've been taking a lot of advice lately, haven't you, honey?
Well, you know, we you know, we made some mistakes, you know.
Now he says we.
Well,
I'm gonna level with you both. I have a delivery to get to, so if you guys want, here are the keys. Let me know if you need anything. Feel yourself around. Don't try to rob the vending machine. You will get caught.
oh,
All right.
Thank you.
hey, thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey.
It's great to have you. Great to have another couple of fresh bodies back in the building.
Oh, did I hear a scream in the hall?
Ooh,
Is that related to the
gotta go.
gunshot?
Well, he seems
Well.
nice.
Bang!
Sure is. Oh gosh. Okay. Maybe that was just a door closing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
speaking of doors closing, I wanted to talk to you about our future. I know that we have just now been married for, oh gosh, it feels like a week, but it's only been a couple days. And here we are in this moist basement together. Wow, I thought we had it all, and now we have nothing.
I'll say. I'm worried about having to poop behind this curtain here. That's not enough privacy for me.
Oh, good. It's not enough privacy for me either.
Hey, come on, huh? This isn't so bad, huh? There's a garden. You love that.
I do. It feels like now when you say garden, are you talking about the little box with the dead flowers in it outside? Is that
Yeah, rich, right? Like mulch.
okay? Good. Now, when we got married, you know, you were in a better place. You were a billionaire. And now here we are. Now, I did say for richer or for poorer in my vows.
Yeah.
But those are just kind of like what people say. I don't know that anyone has actually ever done that, you know.
Right.
But this is a bit much. This is not what I was expecting.
Well, you know, I wasn't really expecting this either. I was hoping to have bought an island by now, but God, it just gets away from you. And can you believe that guy, huh? Working 2 jobs? I mean, he's got it rough. We've got it pretty good by comparison. I mean, at
Do
least,
we?
well, we got each other.
We do. We do.
Credits.
All right, so we have in our cold open, we've met our couple that really has like wound up in just like a garden studio, which is, I mean, that you don't have to wait for hurricane season. That's flooding today. Writers, we'll start with you. Andy, are there any other locations within this location that we'd like to see? We know we have the apartment. Any other, places in the building or in town that you'd like to see?
I'd like to see the couple travel to like maybe an in-laws or a family member's house who is living very well, right? Like they've got the in-ground pool, and maybe it's the wife's family, right? Her family's doing very well, and it's just putting pressure on Kevin.
Yeah. There's some pressure. I love the idea of they were normal and could have been taken advantage of by a Ponzi scheme, but they lost the lotto and what they had pre-lotto, and they're very it's very bleak. Jaclyn, same question. Any other locations you'd like us to go to, and also any plots and characters that you'd like to see?
Yeah, I'd love to meet the neighbors in this garden unit building situation. I think there's probably a lot of fun facts about them that we can learn.
Yeah, and then Robin, same question. Any characters we want to meet, like in the building or in the town? Any other plots that are coming up?
I definitely think we've got to meet maybe, you know, a money person here. Like maybe are they trying to get it back? I do love like Kevin's just optimism, like regardless of what's going, like she's kind of listing off what's wrong with the apartment. He's just like, it's fine. I love that optimism kind of coming from him. So I'd like to see him with that kind of maybe really looking at the future of what finances are going to be. A whole lot of nothing.
Actors, we have all of you, Jessica, Devin, and Clayton. I assume Jessica and Clayton are playing characters that we're going to see again. Devin, do you think the building super is a one-off, or do you see him coming and going? Is he maybe somebody who plays a little bit each episode?
I could see him coming and going. I think I wouldn't mind seeing him kind of like play the device he does, which is just kind of establish how bad this place is, and then always having like some reason to leave, like always having some reason to be unavailable to fix anything or help them when like their apartment's flooding or there's like they get rats or something.
Yeah,
he's just like, I gotta go watch the shuttle or something.
And from our writers, we got suggestions of other people who live in the building, relatives. Is there a character coming up that you're anxious to play, that you're excited to introduce to us?
Who is that?
I mean,
who's that too?
Devin, but I am going to ask you next. Oh, for me personally? Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, every time you say a character, I'm like, oh, wow, I want to see do we have a name for the wife, by the way? I think I missed it. Okay, we'll establish it. But like, I'd love to see her family's reaction to this. I'd love to see, I think you could even spend the whole time in this condominium when meeting these neighbors and who else, sort of like a reminder of where their status is at this point. So I would love to play either, the mother-in-law or one of the neighbors.
Yeah, Jessica, same question. Any other characters that you think you may be introducing, or any new facts about your existing character?
I don't know about any other characters, but yeah, like the parents of the wife coming in, I would be interested in seeing that, because also I feel like Kevin, I feel like his reaction to being rich just for those few days probably made him be an asshole to a lot of people, and then to have to come groveling back and just to see everybody's reaction to like, oh, now you're back down at the bottom. So pretty much any character that the couple comes into contact with is probably just going to hate him a little bit.
Clayton, similar question, but also sort of a little bit of quick homework for you. What did Kevin do for a living before he won the lottery?
He was a dog walker.
So winning the lottery was a big deal.
It was huge. Yeah, the dogs loved it too.
It was almost like winning the lottery.
Writers, I have a couple quick assignments for you. Jaclyn, between our cold open and our first act, how much time has passed?
I think it's just been a few days. This has been happening fast. He won the money, easy come, easy go. And it's just been a couple of days now that they've been in this terrible place and shit is hitting the fan.
Nice. Okay. And then Andy, a little bit of like plot exposition for us. How long was Kevin rich?
I think Kevin was rich just long enough to do damage. And I think if I had millions of dollars, that's 3 days. I can do a lot. I'm on the phone. It's like swipe,
like
swipe, swipe,
Labor
swipe.
Day weekend. He loses.
I don't even like check to make sure the money was in the bank. I just go. 3 days.
Nice. And then Robin, a little requirement for our actors this act. If you could give us a line of dialogue that you would like to hear at some point before our next commercial break.
Honey, let me give you my name to my divorce lawyer. It's important.
All right, can we hear that again?
Honey, let me give you the name of my divorce lawyer. It's important.
Honey, let me give you the name of a divorce lawyer. It's important. So actors, whenever you feel like we're going to just channel this into your art, when it feels right, drop that in. All right, writers, I feel like we have a lot ahead of us in the writer's room. Actors, do you feel ready for Act 1 of Whole Lotto Nothin?
Yeah.
All right, Val, I
Yeah.
think you're ready to start this show.
Let's do it.
Right.
Honey, the
Hey.
shit is literally hitting the fan. This bathroom, every time I go to the bathroom, it leaks out the fan and onto the floor. And my parents are coming for dinner, and it cannot be like this.
Wow, Bob and Belinda. Oh, I can't believe it. They're
Bob
not
and
gonna like
Belinda
that at all.
Gates.
Belinda Gates.
Do you think it has anything to do with when I tried to fix the stove last night?
Yes, I think it has everything to do with everything you've tried to fix in this garbage ass basement.
Hey, it's a garden, okay? Oh, you hear that? The bathroom is angry at us. Maybe we shouldn't talk so loud.
Oh, God. The stove, it's so close to the toilet.
Hello?
Oh, God, they're here.
Hello?
Bill and Belinda Gates, they're here. My
Are we
parents
able to
here.
come in?
Hey, B&B, come on in. The door's unlocked.
Okay.
Hey,
Mommy, hi.
how are
Hey.
we? How are we? Oh, wow. I mean, as far as
Yeah.
foyers go, this is not that bad. It could be worse.
Right? And no trouble finding the place.
No. I listened to your advice. I followed the gunshots. How are we?
Please, Mom, please don't say things like
Honey.
it could be worse, because it can be and it will be.
Honey, look me in the eyes. It could not be worse than this. Trust me when I say nothing worse has ever happened to anybody in the
Well,
history
let's
of
get
time.
a hug. Huh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there, Belinda.
Hello, Kevin.
Whoa, God, you hear that chunk of ceiling? Sorry about that.
Well,
Here, I'll just clean that up. You guys go over to the couch, huh? Relax a
Here,
little bit.
Mom, let me put down some newspapers. You don't want to sit on that just yet.
my God, newspaper. I didn't realize it was so bad. Sweetie, you can't live like this.
Oh, I can't. Everything
can't.
was fine 3 days ago. He was
What
a billionaire.
happened?
Oh.
What happened, sweetie? They
He
just
got-
ran the story in our neighborhood gazette.
He got one of those robocalls, and he answered it, and he gave them all the money.
Oh,
They said something about a car warranty. He doesn't even have a car, but he gave them all the money.
Hey, you guys haven't heard the toilet make any noise while you've been sitting here, have you?
it's honestly, Kevin, it's hard to have a conversation over it.
I'm sorry, it is right next to the stove, so it makes things a little difficult. It's a very small place, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you bright side is you can, multitask. You can multitask. You can use the restroom and you can cook dinner. I guess oh, sweetie, it's hard to find upsides here, but you know what? Do not worry. Once you have money, it's much easier to get it back. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna write that down.
No, don't tell him that. Don't give him any
honey,
advice.
sweetie. You need to be pragmatic about this. It's much easier to get money once you've been rich. It's easier to get rich. Your father couldn't make it out of shame, but he did write down a couple pieces of advice that
okay.
that I said. First of all, he did say claim it on your taxes.
I'm gonna write that down too.
Yeah, right. Kevin, go ahead and write that down. And by the way, give Ted a call. Give Ted a call. He'd be happy to help. Do what we can. We can write it down, write it off. That's what he says. Write it down, write it off.
I see. And that's both with the WR?
Oh my God.
This
yes, with the WR.
Okay.
Mom, this is probably gonna come to you as a big surprise, but Kevin has never filed taxes. Not once.
Never needed to.
Well, once again, Ted is here to leverage, leverage our expertise. We'll do whatever we can for you to help you through this time. Oh my God, the carpet moved. Something moved across the carpet.
Oh,
Hey, go, get out of here. Sorry about that. I thought I killed that thing.
I'm not surprised it lived. It was very big. It was very big.
Yeah.
So what's our game plan here, Kevin?
Well, I was thinking about trying to get in touch with that robocaller, see if I can get some of the money back.
Oh God. You know what? That sounds like a brilliant idea. Why don't you give us ladies a moment to freshen up? I guess we are in the bathroom as well as the living room.
Yeah, and the kitchen.
And the kitchen. Wonderful. I see why. I see the humor. If
you could just stand by the toilet so that the sound of the toilet blocks out our conversation, honey, just for a second.
All right. I'll look out that window again. That was fun.
Oh, Mom, I don't know what I was thinking. 3 days ago, he was the most handsome, wonderful guy in the whole world, and he was so rich, and now he's none of those things.
Honey, money is so seductive. Trust me. I've been seduced by money so many times. But honey, I am going to give you the name of my divorce lawyer, okay? And I know what you're going to say. You've always wanted to make marriage work, but just take it. Take it, sleep with it under your pillow, see if there's anything, if it inspires you to make a choice. I know it's against your values, but honey, people don't live like this. Cockroaches barely live like this. That cockroach is turning into a cat.
Oh, Mom, I don't even know if I want to say this, but I kind of believe in him, because every now and again he says something so smart, and I know he's saying it by accident, like he doesn't even know he said it, but it makes me think that there's something in there, something somewhere. Please, God, let there be something somewhere.
I think I realized.
You insane?
I'm right here. I'm in the middle of the living room and the garden too.
Tish, you need to get the hell out of here, okay? I'm not going to stand with this whole seeing it to the end. Take that. I'm going to bring some food over here at some point today, but think about what I said and just reflect on it, okay?
Hey, Belinda.
Yes?
I don't know if this would be an imposition, but could I borrow your phone real quick? I think I remembered the number for that robocaller.
You know what? Here, keep one of my spares. There you go, sweet pea.
Oh, thanks. Wow. This is
all right.
Nice.
Well, love you both. I will swing by a little bit later. Think about what I said, Tish. There's limited space to entertain.
You're always welcome here, Belinda. Anytime.
Thank you. I'm sure I will take you up on that.
Oh, another gunshot.
Oh. Belinda, run!
Just keep your head down.
That went well.
Yeah, it went really well. Yes, I think we're really on the up and up now.
Yeah. I was trying hard to impress her, though. I wasn't close to killing that rat.
No, honey, you're very impressive when you want to be. But she was talking about a plan, right? So do you have a plan? You do, right?
Oh, baby, I got a plan for everything. Listen to this. at some point, people are going to want to go into space, right? But who's going to have the fuel?
Cut to the gas station down the street.
Hey, this place open?
Kevin, my guy, long time no see. How are you, Mr. Moneybags? Huh?
Hey, Gio, how you doing? How you been?
I've been great. I've been great. Good. Get in here. Get in here.
Yeah.
The kids are running me absolutely rampant, but I love them to death. I love them to death and back.
That's great. We're thinking about having kids.
Oh man! And if I were in your position, I'd have 20. I could barely take care of the 7 I have, huh?
Oh man, yeah. You think I've still got the money, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thank you for not forgetting about the little people. Thank you for coming back to this neck of the woods. I thought we'd never see you again. When you drove that Maserati out of this neighborhood, shooting that shotgun through the windshield, we thought, there goes a man we'll never see again.
Flashback to the day he made the deal.
So something has just come through, Mr. Sanders. Something has just come through. I don't know if you've made a large purchase within the last couple of days, but and I know this relationship is new for us, but whoever you gave your bank account information to withdrew every cent that you have.
What about the dollars?
Every bit of asset you have, including the dollars, including the cents, now legally belong to username XXX Lil Choppy XXX. That is how he's signing his checks. He's nobody can get a hold of them. I don't know if this is fraud. We're happy to pursue it within every use every legal avenue we have to pursue.
What about the lottery money that I won?
Yes, Mr. Sanders, it would also include the lottery money you won and the money that you had, the little bit of savings that you had taken out or you had in your account before the lottery win. In fact, they've run you into so much debt that any personal assets you have on you as well, we're going to need to repossess before you leave the premises.
Listen, maybe I can buy you off. How would you like a gold chain necklace?
Mr. Sanders, I mean, yeah, I will need to legally collect that necklace. Thank you so much. But to be fully frank, it's costing me money even to have this conversation with you at this point.
Oh, come on, this thing says Bucko on it.
And much like I advised you on Saturday morning through your flurry of text messages that you sent my way, that also depreciated the value of Bucko or of your necklace as well by adding customization. By the way, who is Bucko?
That's me. I'm Bucko now. Because of all the bucks.
Mr. Sanders, I'm also going to need the keys to your Maserati.
The irony.
I know we just met, and I know you seem like a really, really nice guy, and I wish I could tell you that this didn't happen a lot, but new money is hard to keep, but if it's any consolation, sometimes it's easy to get back.
Hey, that's pretty good. I'm going to write that down as soon as I get home.
And now a word from our sponsors.
This is a very funny sitcom, but this is a real sad story.
What do you mean?
Money influenced the plot. I don't think the money's coming back. I think I did see, though, just a real quick diversion. I saw this thing of this guy who won the lottery, and then they had him scratch a new ticket for like the local news to show him winning, and he won on that ticket too.
What?
So
What are the odds?
It can happen. It can happen.
Dream big.
let's review a little bit. We've got Act 1. We're going to start with our actors this time. Clayton, as Kevin, this really big, I guess it must have happened midweek because the banks were open. This is like a Tuesday through a Friday. In terms of like Kevin, like not grasping that the money's gone. I love the idea of him being like his optimism, and maybe he's a little naive. Where do you see in Act 2? Is this continuing for him? Is this motivating him forward? Are there other schemes coming?
Yeah, I had the thought that maybe he wants to try again. Like maybe he wants to play the lottery again. Maybe now he wants to do more like get rich quick schemes like that, because it's like actually you inspire me with the idea of like, oh, I was lucky once, I'll be lucky again. It's like in almost the exact same way. I could see him wanting to go down that path again.
Yeah. Jessica, same question. Your character had moments of like where it got warm for a second, where it was like, I do believe that there's something about Kevin that she would like, maybe even if he wasn't an instant billionaire. I mean, we'll never know. Where do you see her going in Act 2? Is she only concerned about him and his money, or is there like a separate sort of side story for her?
I think she's conflicted. Her mom wants her to get out. There's a path out. But then there's a part of her that also believes like what he just said, which is, well, he got lucky once. Maybe he'll get lucky again, because now I'm kind of addicted to the excitement of it all. And it's been a crazy 3 days. And, he's starting to look a little cuter, a little, I don't know, maybe this could work actually.
Yeah. Devin, same question. I feel like we do have to see the mother again. I want you obviously to feel inspiration from any wig in your apartment.
Very well, very well.
In terms of Act 2 and the relationship that we have here in the Lost Money, who do you feel is coming next?
To your point, I want to get them out of a place where they can have a little. I think we should get to a place where they can have a little fun. I don't know where that is, and maybe we stop focusing on the money loss. We sort of see like next steps. So I wouldn't mind bringing in new characters or seeing them in places of like earning money, or maybe with other people in the condominium that they're in. So I wouldn't mind. I mean, of course, any of these people can come back, and we'll figure that out, I guess. But I would also love to sort of, I would love to I definitely don't want to monopolize by just coming in as these characters and being like, now you got to deal with this person. So if we ever go anywhere, like wherever we go next, I would love to see what other people are there to also allow our other actors to play different characters too, if they want.
Maybe the condo hosts a welcome party for the new tenants, and they also still haven't gotten the news that he's not a billionaire anymore. And so they've made all these signs that they aren't accurate anymore.
Let's check in with our writers. Jaclyn, same question. What do you see happening next in terms of the locations that they go to and situations they encounter?
Yeah, I'd love to meet some neighbors in the building, and I'd love to see them maybe take them out, try to get their mind on, off of the bad news and having some fun, maybe showing them the way of this condo and how they party.
Nice. And also hearing about their like all of the fees that they owe.
Yeah.
Exactly. Robin, same question. Where you see us going in Act 2?
Yeah, okay. I think I like this idea of I could see this show every season, like he gets his money and then we lose it the next season and we get it and we lose it. And so I see them like spending a lot of this season working up and getting that whole lotto money back. And through luck, through his like, oh, I got $10 on scratchers or some other kind of scheme. I also like the idea that like everybody where they would be living would be maybe trying to get her away from Kevin, like is always kind of trying to get in there, like, are you sure Kevin, you know, like, because and she's like hopelessly devoted to him. I like that about, like, she's kind of richer or poor all the way.
Yeah, maybe they come to see the benefit of an apartment where everything is next to the toilet.
Convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
And Andy, from you, can we get a line of dialogue that you would like to hear this act?
Well, the opera tickets were already paid for. It's like the one thing we didn't lose.
Can we hear that again?
The opera tickets were already paid for. It's like the one thing we didn't lose.
The opera tickets were already paid for. It's like the one thing we didn't lose. Actors, plant that. So actors, we have a lot ahead of us. We have Act 2 of our sitcom. Writers, we know our assignments. Val, are you ready for Act 2?
I'm so ready.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, Michaela, you coming and visiting me at work? Hey, I appreciate that.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Can you believe he gave me the job because he thinks I'm still a billionaire?
Wow. So what are you going to be doing exactly?
Well, I pump the gas, and sometimes I clean the windshield, and other times I have to check the air pressure in the tires. Now that is a little more advanced.
Okay. So now you've never worked outside of the realm of dogs. So are you going to be able to adapt?
I got to feed Rocco.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's the boss's dog, and he likes me, you know. But we don't always get along.
Well, listen, maybe I should get a job too. What do you think? You know, I know I said all that stuff 3 days ago about, wanting to be a kept woman and just go shopping and, do things that they do on Real Housewives. But, now we have no money. So I was thinking maybe I get a job, maybe at like Joanne Fabrics or something.
Oh, sweetheart, I don't want you to have to work. I want to provide for you. That's always what I wanted. I didn't want you to have to, get out there and get grease under your fingernails or dog food in your mouth or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you. How much are you getting paid here, though?
Oh, well, that's the beauty of it. I get at least one candy bar an hour.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Joanne Fabrics. I'm gonna fill out an application. We'll just go from there. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever you want, really, at the end of the day. Oh, and hey, I thought maybe we could, here. I got these for you. I thought you'd like them. Maybe you could take your mom. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I see. The opera tickets?
That's right. I put them on the bottom of the Henry bars.
Oh. Wait, how do you still have these? I thought we lost everything.
The opera tickets were already paid for. It's like the one thing we didn't lose.
Oh my God, that's so wonderful. You don't want to go with me?
No, well, I figured you like all that stuff a lot more than I do, and I thought maybe you and your mom could go and just have fun, and I promised I would, do nice stuff for you, and so far it's been a lot of rat killing and home maintenance.
Just when I think I'm ready to head out the door, you pull me back in with the kindness of your heart. Listen, I'll take my mom to the opera tonight, but then tomorrow is the big party at the condo. Do you think maybe you could see if your boss could get a couple extra candy bars to bring? You're supposed to bring a snack.
Oh, yeah. No, I could probably talk him into all sorts of stuff. He still thinks I'm rich. Oh, and look at this. 12 pennies. We're on our way back, babe.
Can we cut to the opera? First time at the opera.
Yeah, Yes, but you know, I've seen them on TV and stuff, so I know how it all works.
Yeah. You're really gonna love this one. This one is about a queen who loses everything right when she thought she had it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know it is moving. Wait till you see it. Wait till the act 2. You're really gonna lose it. Oh my goodness, sweetie. Here,
You said lose it. I've already lost it.
oh, here. I'm gonna move you to one of our private booths. Okay, follow me. Follow me into one of our private booths. Oh,
Oh,
this is the Colonel. This is
welcome,
his
ma'am.
No.
This is his booth.
Oh.
He opens it up to anybody who's really affected by the show. Colonel.
You get a lot of
Colonel.
criers in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we always get one. Yours truly.
Oh,
Yeah. He's a real softie. He looks hard on the outside, but he is just a tender-hearted man on the inside. You said you're waiting for your mom too?
yeah.
Okay, well, we'll make sure we send her up. We'll make sure we send her up to
She's pretty much the only person I can rely on right
oh, Colonel, get the tissues. Get the tissues. Pass me this.
Oh yes, absolutely. Believe me, I understand, ma'am. I'm easily moved and totally eligible.
now. Eligible? What do you mean?
Well, it's just a long time ago. I had to leave this great country that I love so much on what was called a war of adventure.
Oh,
And
against
during it,
who?
Afghanistan.
Oh,
He calls it the War of Adventure, but
and there I was, thousands of miles from my home. And unfortunately, while I was gone, my sweetie was run over by a horseless carriage.
yeah,
a
it was at a
horse's
top of
carriage?
it was at a top of a big hill. We saw the whole thing. It happened right outside.
Ever since then, I've always kept myself completely available to any woman who's interested.
It made the loudest, scariest noise you can imagine. I still hear it when I close my eyes. It was almost operatic the way it rings through you the way some of the notes are going to ring through you tonight.
Oh gosh, I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm very grateful for both of your company right now.
Oh,
Oh,
sweetie.
please. It's nothing.
There he goes. There he goes again. Oh, that charm. Oh. Sweetie, what's got you down? What's why are you reacting like this to the show? It's really pulling a cord.
Well, I've recently become widowed myself. Not my husband didn't die, but he lost all his money, so I'm kind of a widow. If you think of
A financial
instead of a
widow.
husband, a financial widow.
Your
yes.
future died.
Yeah, it's almost as
Oh.
if my future was run over by a horseless cab. So just being here at the opera, which is a place of such emotion, and this particular opera being about a woman who lost everything is just hitting a little too close to home.
Well, Colonel owns the opera. Colonel, maybe we have an opening. Maybe some of the ushers aren't pulling their weight like they used to. I've been sending you email after email about it. Maybe this is the time to strike.
I would say it's absolutely the time for me to insert myself.
I have been looking for a job. Are you hiring?
Yes, ma'am. You see that soprano down there?
Yes.
No, you don't. She's gone tomorrow.
Oh,
Colonel,
I can't sing.
Colonel,
Is it-
the soprano role, the role you covet,
Yes,
your
The one
Christine.
my very own Christine. Shall be you, ma'am. What do you think?
And this is the opportunity of a lifetime to go from never performing at all in my life to being the soprano, the lead soprano in an opera. I don't know what to say. No, I do know what to say, sir, and that is no, because I am a married man. And although I'm a widowed woman, I am a married man. I said it. And I don't want to betray my husband. He cannot provide for me, but he wants to pretend that he can, and he wants me to stay home. So I must turn down this job of a lifetime. I'm sorry.
Well, heck, I like your integrity, ma'am. And let me just say, get the hell out of my booth.
I'm so sorry, Colonel. So sorry,
That was
Colonel.
quick.
So sorry.
Okay.
And now a word from our sponsors.
One of my favorite tropes in fiction is a poor woman is brought to the opera, or like a tough woman is brought to the opera, and then that's when like we start to see the cracks, and like it's in Moonstruck, it's in Pretty Woman, and I really love the idea that the opera never happened, and we don't know how the other half lives. This was beautiful. What a stunning new setting we were in, and also Clayton's use of hat.
Hat over headphones.
Very effective.
And so it was really giving Top Hat with that. So we're going to check in with our writers first. So Jaclyn, we've had 2 acts of our show, and now we're working our way towards the end of the pilot. Is there anything, any places or people that we haven't seen yet, or any loose ends that you see that you'd like us to revisit?
You know, I think before this show's over, I want to know that that there is actually a glimmer of hope money-wise, you know, like I think Robin said it, like this idea that he's going to keep throughout this show and the season, he's going to keep winning and losing and winning and losing. And I think that'd be fun to play with, that roller coaster.
Jaclyn, by the way, in this act, you had my favorite moment in the writer's room chat when you made money widow one word.
Yeah. Thank you.
Robin, same question, but also, is there anything specific that's been introduced in this show so far that you think needs resolving in our final act?
I would like to see, you know, maybe a little bit of the mom and the that kind of dynamic wrapped up a little bit more. Either she gets a blessing, or she kind of doubles down on you got to get out, like all that kind of, like whether or not we know from now the jump she's going to be on one side, maybe that kind of wrap that up.
Yeah. And Andy, what we're envisioning for this show is that it runs maybe 5 to 15 seasons. Are there any like plot points or any seeds or anything that you think we should be planting towards the end of this that people could spring off of in later episodes?
Yes. So I think I know it's just the pilot, but if I could spoil like season 10, they are about to sue her parents and steal their wealth. It's going to take a long. It's going to be a long arc. It'll make sense in season 10, but I would like just a nugget of that they're going to come at odds. I just want that to be planted. This is a war. We're going to stake our ground.
Nice.
I don't know if that made any sense, but I see it. We'll talk about it.
Actors, just a question for all of you. Are there any combos of characters that we haven't seen yet that you would like to have together at the end of the show in this last act? Jessica, we'll start with you.
I would love to see my dad come in and just not even really be a presence, because clearly my mom is the presence. So I feel like there's a lot to play with the dad being the complete opposite of my mom.
Yeah. Devin, same question. Any pairings that we haven't seen yet?
Characters. I love seeing the dad. I love that idea. I have a perfect dad wig. I love the idea of seeing the dad, and I also love the idea of the accountant coming back, because he was such a, or maybe the guy who works at the gas station, like somebody who we've only seen a glimmer. I mean, I guess we've seen just a glimmer of everybody, but somebody who seems like they're not going to be integral could come back and have the most integral input or something going forward.
Clayton, same question. You've played with basically every character throughout this. Is there any character you haven't interacted with yet that you'd like to try to squeeze into this last act?
I'd like to see more of Kevin and the mom character, because they were having a little bit of fun, and I'm like, before it was more kind of the mom and daughter. It'd be fun to see like the two of them have to like make conversation about something totally random, like how different they are.
Nice. And Jaclyn, before we go into our third act, do you have a line of dialogue for our actors to squeeze into our scene?
I'd love to hear someone call her a money widow.
Anybody squeeze into conversation the term money widow, and it is one word.
One word.
One word, no spaces, all lowercase.
All right. One more act, the pilot episode of Whole Lotto Nothin. We've got this storyline to start resolving, but also a season to launch. So loops to close and loops to open. Actors, do you feel ready?
Yeah.
Writers, get your fingers a typing. Val, I think we're ready to wrap up our first episode of Whole Lotto Nothin.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Is the music too loud? It's kind of loud.
No, I think it's good. I think everyone in the condo will think that we are still as rich as we were 3 days ago.
Right?
Because only rich people play music.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. I invited my parents to the condo party too. I hope you don't mind.
No,
Speaking of coming in.
Hey, come on in.
I some big news. Your father has made some calls.
Oh, hey, all right. Using a phone? What a guy.
And I can't say anything more about it, but just know that your father has made some calls.
Okay.
Wow.
You see, my dad is really good with money. You guys are billionaires of your own making.
Oh,
Not
hey,
to play the
yeah.
lottery.
Self-made.
Belinda, I was hoping to talk to you about something. It's a little embarrassing, but maybe we can talk over here by the toilet.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. 2 steps were
yes.
there.
The music's so loud anyway. I won't be able to hear you. I'll be over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really bounces out of that toilet, huh?
Hey, Belinda, I have this thing about taking money from people. I don't mind doing it. Can I have some of your money?
But Kevin, there's not much I can say, but trust me, when it all shakes out, you won't need any of my money.
Oh, wow.
You won't need even a dime, sweetie. All right?
Really?
Like I said, when you have money, you have connections, and when you have connections, you can get that money back. But lips are sealed.
Oh, come on. Get that key. Open them back up. Tell me, do you have billions?
Oh,
you don't have billions, do you? I would love some billions.
Billions, honey. Of course I have billions. Oh.
It's funny.
Now, is this dip or is this mold?
Which one were you pointing at? I wasn't paying attention.
You know what? I'm in a good mood after some of the news I just got, so I'll take a chance.
That's dip. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I'm just gonna open the door because then anyone from the condo, we just told them come in anytime between 4 and 6. So.
Bring them in.
You should have seen me putting those signs up on people's doors, man. I met a lot of people that way. Many of them very unhappy.
Kevin, I just want to say, I know we got off on a little bit of a difficult foot. I mean, you're not exactly I'm going to get to the chase. You're not exactly the person we anticipated our daughter falling in love with, but I can really see something between you two. And I just want to apologize if there was anything I've ever done or said that made you uncomfortable or made you feel like,
he doesn't know about all the stuff you've said about him.
oh, that he's a Harrison Ford type?
Yeah.
That he has that he has a wide back and strong thighs?
Yeah, he doesn't know. I didn't tell him any of that.
Stop.
that he has a football neck?
No, I didn't tell him that.
Wow.
I said that when he couldn't hear.
Well, I mean, those are some of the highlights. We'll leave the lowlights out of the conversation.
Oh, Belinda, oh, you're so sweet. I could kiss you. Boy, you should have seen me when I had diamonds in my teeth. So that was a good time.
I'd love to be kissed, and I love diamonds.
I can't believe all of that was only 3 days.
Yeah. I missed my rings, you know? I had rings just 3 days ago, and money, and a necklace that said Bucko.
Do you mind if I call you Bucko? Do you mind if I'm so forward?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of sad now. What with all the bucks I don't have.
Right? But it's in the vault with everything else, with all the other secrets.
No. Hey, you know what, Belinda? You can call me Bucko. And I can call you Penny.
Okay. Wow. Well, you know what? I'm feeling so good. I'm going to go out. I'm going to meander with some of the locals. Huh?
All right. Hey, keep an eye out for any of those pythons. They should have arrived a few days ago, but I haven't seen them.
How many were there again?
9 of them.
Ah, yes. For the zodiac signs.
Yeah. She gets it.
I remember your 9 zodiac signs.
Go with the 9 jacuzzis. Right? Yeah.
I miss those too. Remember, I bought a bunch of stuffed animals to populate them with.
Yeah. You always surprise me, when you talk about these things and then you say something like populate. It's just there's still stuff I'm discovering about you. I mean, I really only just met you 3 days ago, and we've come a long way in 3 days, but there's still a lot that I don't know, and I'm looking forward to finding out.
Wow, here's something else you didn't know.
Oh, can't wait.
Look at this. A Klondike bar.
Wait,
but
did
what's
you get that
this
from
on the back? Yes, I did. From the gas station. But I got this from the gas station too.
What's that?
A scratch-off ticket.
Oh, Kevin.
No, hear me out, right?
All right.
I did it once. I can do it again.
I mean, you're not wrong, but come on, Kevin. We need a real plan, not just scratch-off tickets. I met this colonel the other day. He said I could be a singer. I don't know. Oh, hello.
Mr. Sanders. There's been a development.
Oh, hey, I remember you.
Yeah. Yes. Hi.
But did
Hello,
you run
Mrs. Yes, I ran from the office. And also, I think I saw a python outside. It fell from the atrium. But it seemed like everywhere I looked, there was another one.
Yeah, there should be 9.
Oh my God. Let me catch my breath. There's a development.
Sorry, hang on one second. Shut up, toilet. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh my God, my contact with the feds called. XX Choppy XXX. Sorry, XXX Lil Choppy has died. He was killed by a horseless carriage.
Oh.
The most unexplainable thing I've ever seen or heard about.
I've heard they're so loud.
You know what? That is so crazy. That's what Officer Daniel said. He said it's like an operatic sound, like it reverberated through. He was streaming XXX Little Choppy XXX. He was streaming and it bounced through the internet.
Oh.
But I say all this to say he had no family, and since the deal of essentially all of those funds coming directly from your account, it's some legal jargon, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. All you have to do is live through the next 6 to 9 months, and that money should come back to you.
I knew it. I knew you were too beautiful to be a money widow.
Well, this is too good to be true. This sounds like a trick.
I swear, I am not creative enough to come up with a trick. I can't even say a sentence.
You're okay. Hey, we're okay. Huh? I can't believe it. I'm going to give you $1 million, man.
I'm going to charge you for 10 times that, but I really hope. Do you mind if I have some of this dip?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey,
that's the
take it
mold.
all.
That's the mold. That's the mold. The dip is right next to it. Well, Kevin, now's a great time to scratch off that ticket. Why not?
Hey, fuck this ticket. I'm going to buy this apartment building. I'm going to give everyone in it $100,000. I'm going to go
Kevin.
get a Camaro and turn it upside down.
Kevin,
It's
just,
a bite out of a building.
Kevin,
Hey,
just
everybody.
take that. Kevin, just take that ticket and put it in the back of a drawer. We'll forget about it for a couple seasons.
And that's the episode.
Our first episode of Lotto Nothin.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Set your DVRs.
I'm genuinely so interested in what happens in seasons 2 through 8. Really feel like we did it. I do want to check in. We'll check in first with the actors this time. Jessica, are there any shows that Whole Lotta Nothin reminds you of?
I never saw My Name Is Earl, but isn't that, does he win the lottery or something in that? And he's like a country guy. That's, I don't know.
So,
I
yes.
shouldn't even say that because I don't know what the show is about, but I thought it was something like a local guy makes good, and then all of his dirtbag friends come out of the woodwork, something like that.
Yeah, and he's like doing good deeds or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
My
because
Name-
he's like paying back for being mean to people.
Yeah. My Name is Earl was on like a decade, and I had forgotten it until just now.
I know.
And now I'm worried about what I have forgotten that I needed. Also, second question, where do you see your character going? We'll say if we flash forward to the last episode of the season.
I wonder if she starts to realize how much money is in being a robocaller, and maybe she gets into that on the side and she starts scamming people. Maybe she scams Kevin and then takes off in the middle of the night with her limited car warranty scam.
I get that text every day that my account has been locked.
Every day.
And
I
I'm
get it
like,
every day.
Unlock it.
Clayton, same question. Is there any show that this reminds you of?
It did remind me a little bit of Parks and Rec at times, especially like how the sort of like goofy wholesomeness, even when stuff is like kind of serious and bleak. So I like that. Yeah.
And then where do you see Kevin 13 episodes later, at the end of this season?
He's still like just as optimistic. He's like at this point thinks he's gonna get rich, and then he loses the money, or he gets it again and then he loses it again. So he's like convinced that it's like it's all gonna work out somehow. But he's taking bigger and bigger risks, and it's making his wife even crazier.
Devin, same question. Does this remind you of any other shows?
It really, especially towards the end, the absurdity of it has very like Kimmy Schmidt vibes to me. Very much like this really, really absurd, but for some reason you just believe that it's happening because everything is the same level of absurdity a little bit. So yeah, I think Kimmy Schmidt vibes.
Yeah. And then where do you see any of your characters at the end of the season?
Well, I mean, my characters can come and go. I think they're pretty. But I love the idea of both of what you said. I love the idea of a show where the whole premise is we're about to be rich. Like the whole season, they never get the money ever in the show, but it's always like, oh no. But when we're rich, we're about to be rich, and they're just sort of like buying time between them. And in that time, maybe Tish learns like sort of the value you get without having money, like the things mean more and they affect you more, and that Kevin learns sort of like the value in applying it himself and taking this stuff a little bit more. So you see little glimpses of that until by the time eventually when the show ends and they get the money, it's like take it or leave it, or you feel they've earned it at that point or something.
Yeah. Something that impressed me about this is that it never reminded me of Schitt's Creek or Arrested Development. Any shows with like that sort of conceit of like the money's gone.
Yep.
Which I was sort of bracing myself to not give any suggestions that sounded like those things. Writers, if we were gonna set up a writer's room for this, what in the next episode is our almost getting rich scheme? We'll start with Andy.
Ooh, gosh, it's gotta be something so dumb. What would I do? Maybe he finds something in a dumpster that he thinks he can like repurpose and resell, even though he has no skill to do that. Like, or she talked about Joe and Fabrics. Maybe she just finds like a bunch of canvases and they think like, let's make paintings and
flip things. Yeah.
That's funny.
Why not?
Robin, same question. Episode 9, get rich quick scheme.
Oh, I loved the idea. There was something in there about like fuel, like you were gonna sell fuel, and that for some reason cracked me up. I think it's reminding me of an old, like probably I think it was It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia show where they like transported gas in like a container, and I could just see him being like, no, it's like I'm helping people out, bringing the gas to them. It's a great service.
To go to space.
Exactly.
I'm a disruptor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those traditional
Boy, you are
lines
perfectly
of
cast,
business.
Disrupt away.
And Jaclyn, same question. What's a get rich quick scheme for episode 22?
So I think I'd love to see him go into business with the dad, the father-in-law, and then maybe a reveal that the father-in-law is sort of a grifter and doesn't actually have what he projects to have. So it all kind of falls apart in the end, and he's revealed to be kind of a fraud.
Yeah, the dad has like 30 credit cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
that's so fun.
I really feel like we did it. I feel like we created the next like 10 seasons and a movie binge watch. I love this show. I appreciate you guys being on tonight, our writers and our actors, and of course, Val, the Trident Network. We are missing one thing. I am a firm believer that a good sitcom has a theme song. No like piano flourish with a title coming down. You need a full theme. So our actors, as we exit tonight, as we say goodbye to our audience chat, let's hear what the theme song to Whole Lot of Nothing might sound like. And everybody else, feel free to do your opening credit poses while we hear it.
There was something, now there's nothing.
There was there was something, now there's nothing. Living off of nothing is the new something.
But it's a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing but love.
Oh! Then everything falls. Light falls.
The toilet
House
flushes.
falls, and they're in the window.
A horseless carriage goes down in the background.
Well, that was delightful.
Oh,
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Next month.
Oh, bye.
Thank you.